The 3-year-old, in she goes, and they're now right. Set for the running of race number 6. They're off. And it was Tortina Schooling who were the first of them away, with Abel Dane also on terms with those going up towards the lead in front of Frosty Beverage. Now Beanie's going to settle just behind those. In behind them a length away, Scintillating, Designer Prince easing back. 3 deep though momentarily going by the judge. Upside Down Bob is following it. Over on the inside to Quintaro behind those. Then in the middle of them in actual fact is Petticoat Junction. So they leave the straight. Abel Dane was able to find the head of the field comfortably, and reefing for a bit more rain here against Bennett, goes over towards the back straight. Abel Dane clear of Schooling, with Beanie up running third on the inside of Frosty Beverage. 1.5 away then is Tortina, who drifted back on the inside of Designer Prince, who was able to work across into the field after being 3 wide. 1.5 lengths then Scintillating outside Quintaro, followed by Upside Down Bob, and down on the inside last of all is the filly Petticoat Junction. Abel Dane freewheeling along at the 11.50. Midway down the back of the Belmont Park track they go. Abel Dane on top by 4 lengths Schooling. A length Frosty Beverage, and back on the inside in 4th placing Beanie. Then a further 2 to Tortina at the 1,000-metre mark, being covered by Designer Prince, being trailed in turn by Scintillating. Down on its inside is Quintaro, and the last couple still were Upside Down Bob and Petticoat Junction as the leader goes further in front. 800 left to travel. Out to the side here behind Abel Dane, who's making all of the running. Abel Dane now by more than 6 Schooling. 3/4 of a length Frosty Beverage. Then came Beanie down on the inside. Designer Prince on the move, and so's Upside Down Bob from back in the field. Tortina comes away from the fence. Further back behind them, Petticoat Junction nearing the bend. Scintillating, and last of all Quintaro. Abel Dane will straighten for home in front now by about 3 or 4 lengths. Frosty Beverage Schooling. Designer Prince coming after the leader quickly as well. And here's Upside Down Bob and Petticoat Junction right down the extreme outside. They come to the 250. Abel Dane clear by 3 still. Petticoat Junction looming as the danger. Beanie right back towards the inside. Abel Dane keeps on giving, however, with 100 left to travel. Abel Dane from Beanie. Petticoat Junction can't do any better, and it's all the way for Abel Dane. Clever ride in front by Bennett. Abel Dane won it by about 3 lengths at the finish over Beanie. A similar margin Petticoat Junction. Tortina Upside Down Bob behind those. They were followed in then by Designer Prince. Schooling was next, followed further back by Quintaro, and a long margin Scintillating. Back with it, near enough to last, is Frosty Beverage. Abel Dane, they kept on backing it too. 14 into 8. It's been much shorter than that. On tote at the 6:42.10. It's been backed everywhere, Abel Dane. Abel Dane, Christy Bennett. Perfect ride, exactly how she would wanted the race to have unfolded there, without any pressure, being able to just allow this galloper to bowl at his own tempo. He keeps finding, and he certainly ran through the line strongly when challenged in part by Petticoat Junction, whose run came to a very abrupt halt. And as quickly as it got there from the back of the field, it was a spent commodity. Beanie kept kicking back near the inside, but its run also had come to an end. 8-5-3-9. Abel Dane beats Beanie, Petticoat Junction and Tortina. A distant 4, 3 lengths, 2 1/4 margins, 2:21.31 there the time. So a good result here for Arthur Mortimer, affectionately known as Wiley Arthur, and well ridden by Christy Bennett. And a vital equine gelding here out of Bellapia that posts its 3rd win from about 31 starts today. It's been quite a while, 637 days since it last tasted a victory, but perfectly handled there by Christie's. A big dower 1 pace type there, and everything just fell into his favour this afternoon at its 4th run in this preparation. Second home in the race, Beanie by Helmet, trained by Karen Kersley, handled by Bo Banovic Edwards. Petticoat Junction by My Admiration from Petticoat Lane, trained by Justin Warwick, handled by Kira Yule. Race 7, the C Corp handicap, again over the 2,200, and no changes to come out of the next. So let's head downstairs and catch up with Brittany Taylor, and that was perfect, and a perfect result for those that backed Abel Dane. It was around that 18-19 mark on Tab Touch Fixed earlier this morning. It's come up a bit shorter than that, though, on the WAP this afternoon, but they didn't stop backing Abel Dane right the way through.
Well, there was no shortage of people wanting to back him. I have Arthur Mormiter with me now. And Arthur, what a performance by Able Dane. There was plenty of money off the back of last week's performance. Did you think that today could be the day?
Oh, I never think anything with Able Dane.
It has been over 600 days since he has saluted the judge. What was it about today? Was it the postage stamp weight that helped?
Yeah, I reckon so. And Christy, she knows him, and 51 kilos. If he couldn't win today, he was no good.
Is it a case that he takes a little while to build up into a preparation in his fitness?
Beg your pardon?
Does he take a while to build up into his fitness into a preparation?
Oh, I don't really know.
I'll walk with you as you go strap him.
Here we go.
He seems like a real lad of a horse that I think he'll just stand around. I'll let you go grab him now. I know you're on strapping duties as well, although Christy doing a great job too in just leading the horse around. We'll chat to Christy in just a moment, but Arthur very happy with the performance and no surprise that he would be too. 637 days it's been since Able Dane saluted the judge, but the punters knew that today would be the day. Just speaking to Arthur off air before Darren crossed down, he was just saying how great this horse's heart rate would be. He said, I bet you he comes back right now and he'll have a 72 heart rate. And even just looking at him now, you can see that he's barely blowing after being pretty strong in front too. Christy really had to have her muscles about her to hold him down, and a nice performance there. I know Christy's had a little bit of a frustrating run where she would have preferred to have been going a little bit better, and the opportunities probably not so much going her way, and then she had a whip reach on the weekend, so things were frustrating for her. So this is a really nice change of fortunes as well, and a great front running performance. Arthur just having a chat with Christy, and Able Dane, a little legend, just standing there and enjoying the conversation as well. Christy weighing in now, and then we'll have a chat with her about that front running ride over 2,200 metres. And the punters just did not miss. Went around at 100 to 1 last start when leading, and today went around much shorter than that. Christy, jump in front of the microphone. We'll have a chat to you because that was a really nice performance by Able Dane, a horse that you do know well. 51 kilos today. Talk us through the ride. Was the plan just always to roll to the front?
No, not originally. Sorry, just got to clear my throat. Not originally. He just said, jump out, don't fight him. So ideally he didn't want him to lead today, but he said if he pulls himself there, just that's where you'll see it. So he told me where he wanted to be, and he led and he pulled the whole way, and usually from last prep he'll stop at the 600, but he pulled me all the way until the 400, and I knew I had so much more horse left underneath me.
That's exciting because we often see with him is that he does get off the bit just rounding for home, and then he comes again. Did you feel that wasn't the case today, that he was still travelling for you?
Yeah, like from his previous prep, that's what he'd do. He'd stop at the 6 and then get going again. But I just kid to him, and I just had him strong on the bridle into the 400, and not once did he want to let go, so I felt pretty comfortable then.
51 kilos for you, is it a struggle at all? Do you need some water now?
Not usually, but on the colder mornings it's a bit harder. I had to lose a few here, but it wasn't too bad. I can't say I struggle compared to most.
Well, congratulations to you. A well-deserved front-running ride. Well done.
Thank you.
Christy Bennett with the victory there on Able Dane, taking out the Tab Touch Better Your Bet handicap.